This is Gail and welcome. Today I'm going to go over my craft goals and what I've accomplished in the month of April. I'm a little late. I almost wasn't going to do this video, and then a friend reminded me that I had indeed accomplished some of my goals and that I should do a video. So that's what I'm doing. So first of all, goal video per month. Yes, indeed, I have 4 journaling mixed media videos per month, at least that and then more. 1 or more live streams or hangouts per month. Yes, actually, my friend Lori and I did do a live stream for several hours prior to being able to get together and do an actual in-person crafting session. It was wonderful. Of course, it's not the exact same as being there, but it was so much fun. We laughed and had a great time. And those who were at the live stream, I think also laughed and had a good time. So, mission accomplished there. Would I like to do more? Yes, indeed I would. However, we'll just see how things go. It really isn't that difficult. Probably the hardest thing for me is I feel like I have to have a bunch of stuff prepped and ready to go so that there isn't wasted time for people. And I truthfully, after a couple hours, I'm kind of done in. And I know, not for everybody, maybe they could go 4, 5, 6 hours. I don't think I'm one of those. I get to where I need a break, have to move on. Just the way it is, okay? So, anyhow, but lots of fun and accomplished. Tools. Use Scan and Cut at least once. Yes. Use stamps and stencils. Yes, indeedy. And I will show you some samples of that in a minute. Finish projects. Complete at least 1 project a month. I have done that indeed. So, first of all, let me show you some little projects that I finished up. I think last month I told you how I've been involved with the Tags Handmade Challenge with Ann Brooks, because it's a way for me to renew and refresh what I know about doing hand stitching. I think we left off with this tag. So, in April, this tag was all about something that was a treasure that we got through travels or from a favorite place. And so mine was this feather that I found out in my yard, actually on my deck. And that is one of my happy places, to just go out and sit on my deck when the weather is nice. And so some people have told me that this reminds them of a sort of mermaid, the colors and whatever. Kind of is, I suppose, and it was a lot of fun to do. Let me see if I forgot anything. A treasure in a pocket. Okay. So, then, this one was to create a landscape. And this was really fun. I tried to let the fabrics kind of dictate what I might do, and it really was a lot of fun. Enjoyed that immensely. And so it's a little mountain and creek and flowers, and yeah, you know what it is. Okay, then this one had to do with creating these puffy areas by doing an all-over stitch. And I just felt it was too plain. I had to add some lace and a little bit of French knots down here at the bottom. But let me remember, what was the stitch? Seed stitch, that's what it was called. Okay, so I did that. Now, I am behind by 2 stitches, or 2 tags, so I'll have to get to those and finish them up. Kind of haven't been feeling great, mostly issues with a knee and not being able to just sit for long periods of time without reclining and elevating my leg, which to me isn't a comfortable position to do much of any kind of crafting. Okay, so other projects. Now, this is an old project that I did many, many years ago, and I'll just share it with you in case you've never seen one. This is a domino book, and I know it's been easily over 10 years since I made this. I watched a lady who I can't seem to find online anymore, nor can I remember her name, but if I ever come across her tutorials, I'll show you. But anyhow, so this is made out of 2 dominoes that have been collaged and then glossy accented or embossed. I actually think I glossy accented these. Or maybe just Mod Podged them. They don't look super shiny. And then added beads here, and then on the bottom the beads are for it to stand on. And then at the back here, this little ribbon helps to bind it. And then of course it just needed some dangles. And then of course this ribbon ties it closed. Now, this means the way that it's bound that you really can't use the back of this little book. It's mostly just for decoration, okay? So this, you will notice, little teensy tiny little goodies in this little domino book and very tiny pages. But it was a lot of fun to do. Look, I even put a pop-up Eiffel Tower in there because I'll show you in a minute. This has Paris on the back, in case you couldn't tell, and then here on the front, Paris. Okay, so pretty cool little bugger, huh? Well, recently several people have begun to renew that whole spirit of domino books. Now, we're using these little dominoes that you can get at the dollar store, and they're a lot like chipboard, but they remind me of paper airplane, or you know, those little model airplanes you put together. They remind me of that, or maybe chipwood. I don't know. Balsa wood, I guess, is what I'm thinking. Anyhow, so you sand those down, decorate them up, and either glossy accent or emboss. So what I did was I embossed. Now, I'm working on doing a variety of closures. This one is just a ribbon wrapped around. And here is the back, actually, and this is the cover. And this has been embossed, heat embossed. And so this one, I didn't do a lot inside. I did some stamping, and on the back you'll see I did some stamping and put some little gold stickers. And then I figure it's something that if someone really wants to write in it, they can, the way it is. Now I'm working on a little farm journal. So this one has the farm theme. This one wraps around and ties. It is heat embossed on the front and on the back. Oops, there we go. And then yes, it does open. Looks like I've got that stuck right there. Well, yeah, what I found was this paper really is too flimsy. There we go. Gonna have to fix that. It's really too flimsy. It's a parchment type paper. But I did some stamping. A wonderful friend, Teresa Peterman, sent me some images that she had stamped on tissue and sent to me so I could use them in my farm books. Again, more stamping, but you really can write on them. But like I said, I discovered that this paper was too flimsy, so that's why I went to using cardstock. Double-sided cardstock is probably the best. This is not double-sided, but I did use my new Tim Holtz salvaged patina Distress Oxide on it. Love that color. I think it might be my favorite Tim Holtz color. Okay, now this one ties and wraps, and it's attached in the back of the book. And here's the front. It says, "Happy in a Million Little Ways." Isn't she cute? And she is heat embossed. And this one says, "In a world where you can be anything, be kind." And then this one also, it spells out angel. And those are just some rub-ons that I got at the dollar store. Those gold rub-ons, and then the pretty paper. And then on the back again, just the Distress Oxides, some stamping, and some more of the gold rub-ons. Now, could I do more like I did in the Domino, the real Domino book? Yes, I indeed could. Now, this one I've just not put together yet, but you can see I used these gold rub-ons. This was tissue paper, like the tissue paper that's underneath here. Not this exact one, but a goldish colored one. Over the domino, you can still see the little colors of the dots on the domino if you look for them. And then these, and then it was heat embossed. Here's the back, really like this one. And then these are not yet attached, but what do I have in here? Oh yeah, just a plain blue that I'll do some stamping and other things on. So these are super easy to make. Nicole at Cut, let's see, it's Nicole Cut Glue Relax is the person who I think first began doing these and shared using the little dominoes. So if you want to find her, you'll find a tutorial, okay? And I will try to remember to put a link to her below. So those are some completed projects. And I will also share with you something else that I've been working on. Now, these aren't necessarily completed projects, but my grandson was here, and my daughter, of course. And so wanted to show my daughter how to jelly plate. These are very simple. It was just the basics for the day that we did these. And my grandson, who's 4, and so we were playing and created these. I have a very cute picture of my grandson doing his jelly plating. And these, of course, I'll do other things with, put more layers on, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, because they're really nothing. And yet, you can take nothing and turn it into something fabulous with a jelly plate. Love those colors together. You know, this is rub-off paper, but again, and this is deli. I wanted to show her what it looked like on deli. Oops, get that file form out of there. Okay, so at any rate, that's not a completed project, but something else I've been playing with. It's a wonderful thing to do with your grandchildren or children in general, so if you haven't tried it, have some fun. The next thing that I have completed some projects with is I've been learning how to watercolor online with Let's Make Art with Sarah Cray. And I am truly a beginner, totally a beginner. I did not draw this. This is from a picture that she gives you, a line drawing. And then you, of course, transfer it to the watercolor paper and then watercolor. But I am pleased with the results, and I am pleased that I'm learning. And the one thing that I am learning is that I want to learn how to put more detail in, because sometimes I feel like things look a little flat and they need a little more detail. So now that's what I'm exploring, learning how to do that more. So this was my cardinal. And first thing I ever did with I shouldn't say the first thing. I've played in watercolors before, but not really sat down and tried to learn. So this was fun. A friend encouraged me to do so, and we've been playing together, learning with our watercoloring, watching tutorials together, and painting. And this one, the iris, I like a lot, but again, I feel like it's a little flat, and I really want more detail to make those petals flow, you know? But for our first effort, love it. Love the colors especially. My rabbit, I really hated when I finished it. I really hated it. But he's growing on me, and I did, you know, figure ways to put some more detail in. And his little face, you know, there are things I just don't like about the way he's marked up, and things I learned about using white watercolor if I have to. Basically, I don't want to have to, because once it's on there, you can't, it's hard to work with. So I'm learning, but I like him. He's cute. And again, I'm a beginner, so I'm learning. My cat, not satisfied with whiskers. I saw a technique of how to make them white, which the cats I've looked at have white whiskers, and I'm figuring out how to do that. So the next one that I make, it will have white whiskers, and, you know, again, detail is really important, but he does look like a cat, doesn't he? So I'm happy with that one. I mean, there's every single thing I could sit and pick apart, I know. And I'm my own worst critic. But I really do want to learn more, and I want to be able to put more detail in. So those are some of the things I've been working on. Have I finished a journal like I hope to do every month? No. But have I finished things? Indeed I have. So I need to quit kicking myself over stuff like that, I think. Organization, cleanup. Clean up desk after each project. Well, I don't know that I've done it after each project, but I have done it this month. And I could really see totally what's up here is my computer screen. And yes, I can see all the icons at the bottom now because it's all cleaned up in front. And it's wonderful. And thanks to my daughter, because when she comes, we kind of sort out things in the craft room. And yes, we did do that. We did clean up the craft room. I still have a lot of organizing and sorting to do, but yeah, it's much, much better. Use up stash, especially rub-ons. Yes. Chipboard letters and numbers. I brought them from my downstairs craft room. I haven't used those yet, but I plan to. Stickers and embellishments. All the other things, yes. Working on those chipboard items. Papers, paints, assorted art supplies. I really am doing a variety of things, and I did not show you any of my journaling cards that I've made through Roxy's weekly challenge, but I do have some over here, but they're kind of, yeah, anyhow, next time. Revisit supplies to energize and minimize spending. Well, I don't know about minimizing spending. I'm always thinking, no, don't buy that, but papers, I've been using stuff for sure. Watch and jewelry parts and findings, no. That has got to be a definite thing that I look at. And I'm thinking about doing a little video series called What Can You Do With It? And that can be anything I can find, you know. What can I do with it? What can I make out of it? And then have it be an interaction with those of you who watch my channel to see what you could come up with it. And then if I like your idea, then maybe I send you, you know, one of the things that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. I don't know. We'll just see. I'm toying with that idea. So let me know what you think. Educate. Well, let's see what that's all about. That means courses to stay fresh and synergize, and yes, indeed, all of those pieces of watercolor that you see, each one of those is a class, a tutorial online and available on YouTube. You know, if you go on to Let's Make Art, you can actually get every single one of those line drawings for free. And I will say that I really like the watercolors. I like the instruction, especially if you're a beginner. Now I'm starting to feel like I want to expand a little bit and learn more about specific techniques. And you do get techniques with Sarah and Let's Make Art as well. But now I want some more. I just can't get enough. The Valerie Shadeen drawing class I have not been working on. Life Book 2021 this month, no. Video editing, no. Digital creations, no. I have not been working on any of that. I think with spring coming, I know that outdoors will be a draw, but when the weather is sunny and warmer, my spirits are brighter and I feel more motivated. I mean, it's been a rough year for everybody, I think, and it's taken its toll on my mojo. So, and then this thing with the knee has kind of slowed me down and whatever, but I'm not gonna let it stop me, doggone it. Swaps, racks, and giveaways. At least 4 swaps per year. That's super easy. I did a fabric swap, and also I did a couple of racks, so that's been fun. And I kind of really want to do a few more racks, especially when you're talking with people online and you hear what they're going through via streams or messaging back and forth with projects, and kind of want to just send out some goodies, brighten people's days. There, I'll get it out. Projects I'd like to finish: the architecture journal. I've had that out and I've been playing with it. Have not done so, finished it, but have had it out. Still have not uncovered one piece of the cover yet. And so I have an idea where it might be, so I've got to find that. Farm journal, yes, I've been playing with that and making a miniature one you saw out of the domino books, but then I want to make one that is using envelopes, and I've started on that as well. So we'll see how that goes. Ancestral Threads journal, I have not worked on that. Botanical Altered book, I have not been working on that, and I'm disappointed in myself. Winter journal, no, but I have things gathered. My daughter's altered book, no. Hanging Head, very low on that one. It's been a long time. Okay, some things that I've thought about that I want to create are a tag book, an Edith Holden journal, the Telephone Booth UK journal, house journal, steampunk, fairy, crazy quilt, and wedding dress. So, awesome ideas, and I will keep listing those because those are things that if I don't list them and keep them in the forefront, they'll fall to the back and not ever get done, and I don't want that to happen. So, overall, I think I have actually accomplished more than I realized, and thanks to Lori for reminding me that I have done some things this month, even though I felt like I hadn't accomplished what I normally do. I got more done than I thought. So, Okay, so I'm going to say, yeah, it was a more positive month than I really thought it was. So, I hope that this might encourage or inspire you. If you want to join us with the Crafty Goals, feel free to tag along and use the hashtag CraftyGoal. Goals. The information's in the description box, everything that you need. And just remember that, just setting the goals and keeping them in the forefront helps you to stay a little more focused. At least for me it does. So I hope that you will get out there, find your joy, and whatever that joy is, focus on that and create something. Make smart. Excuse me. And have some fun. And by all means, stay safe and stay healthy as we all begin to rejoin the human race and get out there more. Excuse me. Don't forget to wear your mask and social distance and stay safe and stay healthy. And until next time, bye-bye.